All right. We are back with another one. Different camera for this video, so hopefully you guys enjoy this joint. Yeah, man. Let me just switch it around real quick. Bam. See, American Airlines, all the good stuff. Whatever. Right? But the real reason why I wanted to jump on here and have a quick little chat is because I have a question. I've been through a lot these last few weeks as far as dealing with family court and, basically the pending issues and everything that we're having so far. You guys are pretty much aware of it. If not, go back and look at some of the previous videos. But one of the biggest things that has transpired over the last few weeks is I remember telling you guys, like, hey, I'm having so many problems just trying to do custody exchanges with my ex-wife. I just communicate with her fiance, and it's easier for us to communicate and get on the same page and meet up and do the custody exchange for whatever reason. Well, they've now since broken up, and on top of that, she's also gone back and claimed domestic violence against him. And since she moved out, she went ahead and claimed unlawful eviction. They're in California, so you do have a lot of renters' rights and all this other stuff going on. Even though he, served a 60-day notice to her, that here nor there. But the bottom line is, there's been so much turmoil going on back and forth over there, along with pretty much all the crazy stuff she's been doing as far as withholding, the children for custody exchanges with me. But yet wants to call me and ask for help, to go against her ex-fiance. And mind you, to a degree, I'm not getting involved, or I told myself I wasn't getting involved. Her ex-fiance also reached out to me and told me the things that she was doing, which was hilarious to me because, she basically is hitting him with the same thing she did to me. Oh, since, we are not together anymore, oh, yeah, he used to beat my ass, and he used to beat the kids' asses, and he's very abusive, and I've just been trying to survive, and it's just the whole same copy paste for what she tried to claim when we couldn't reconcile our marriage, So it's that notion of, oh, if I can't have you, if we can't reconcile, then I'm going to destroy you, and that's really been her MO. For him, this last month or whatnot, she's filed a bunch of suits against him, basically filed a restraining order to force him out of his own home, do a lot of the stuff that she did to me when we were actually married, going through a divorce. I don't know how she was able to pull a lot of this stuff off with him, not even being married, and come to find out, not even really truly being engaged officially. But neither here nor there. The question I have is, what does it really take to get an ex parte hearing heard by a judge? What does it really take? I'm in a scenario in which I haven't seen my kids in a month. I haven't been able to communicate with my kids in a month, which is two violations. You're violating the custody orders. You're violating, the communication orders that are in place, which means that all children must have their devices on and available for the other parent to reach them when they're with, the custodial parent, which, I'm blocked on their devices, so I can't call them. She's been coaching the kids up, and it's just, and on top of that, I flew out to LA last Friday to pick up the kids for the custody exchange, and a few hours before the exchange time, mother sends me a message and says, oh, our youngest has ringworm. And I'm like, what? How did they get ringworm? Oh, she got it from school. The school's been out for 2 weeks plus. So how, send me some pictures. Let me know what's going on. How come, has she been to the doctor? Does she have a prescription? Is there any antibacterial or antibiotics that she needs to take, in order to get rid of this fungal infection? I've gotten zero information back, and she was a no-call, no-show to the last custody exchange. So yeah, I flew out to LA again, to meet up, and no call, no show. So just a wasted flight, wasted return flights, for the kids and everything else. I'm actually supposed to have them for the summer. And I was looking forward to that. I got all their events lined up. I got all the sport stuff down for the summer, all the activities, everything going on, and no kids. So yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what's going on right now. So right now, I'm asking the question of what does it take? The woman claims that there's domestic violence in her household and has been for months, which was a red flag. You didn't tell minors counsel. You didn't tell, the attorneys. You damn sure didn't tell the court that you were dealing with that. You moved out of the home and relocated. You didn't tell anyone that. Our kids are having health issues, and you're violating orders, and the father has not heard from the kids, and there's no communication. Like, okay, so at what point can we go in and file the ex parte and flip custody, at least temporarily, and get a hearing set? My lawyer is saying, oh, well, it's not life-threatening. And how do we know that? No one's heard from the kids. No one's seen the kids. I performed welfare checks at the known addresses in which she claimed to be, which she clearly wasn't. No one was there, and no one's answering the phone. So what's really going on, and what do I have to do in order to get an ex parte in front of a judge to let them know about everything that's going on? We have trial coming up in a couple of weeks. Not even trial. We have a settlement conference coming up in a couple of weeks, and we can't even settle on it because in the settlement agreement, this is based on a move-away order, which flips custody arrangements. And now, for over a month now, she's not even been living in the location she's petitioning in order to, to move to. So what are we talking about here? And this is just another thing. Like, okay, if the family court has so much power, how come they can't express the power when it's time to enforce it? How come you can enforce orders, but you can't, impose consequences, or, why no one gets reprimanded when, orders are broken? I feel like if it was the other way around and I was withholding the kids from their mother, and I was the one that was, not following the orders, and I had all this domestic violence issues within my home, and I didn't inform the court, and I didn't let everyone know, and my, youngest child has contracted a fungal infection, and we don't know the medical status, and then I wouldn't send images or any type of doctor's note or anything over to the other parent to let them know about what's going on, then I would have been found some type of negligence and custody would have been flipped. So why is that not the case in my scenario right now, when we have someone that's clearly violating orders, has domestic violence issues within their home, is in counseling right now for domestic violence? All this egregiousness going on, and no one is doing anything about it. And my lawyer is telling me, like, oh yeah, we might as well just wait for the settlement hearing and let them know that we can't settle because she's no longer at the address. She's moved back to her previous residence, which takes us back to square one, and blah 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 blah. Well, she's still violating the court orders. I still haven't seen my children. I can't even call them right now to see if they're okay. I can't FaceTime. I can't do anything. So, what's going on? What is going on? What do I have to do to get an ex parte? That's the question of the day. What do I have to do to get in front of a judge in an emergency order that it's not the kids are dead? Like, let's keep it real. They're basically making it seem like if they're not in imminent danger, like, okay, we can't verify that the kids are actually in a home. So they're essentially homeless. The woman sent a letter to her ex saying that they don't have anywhere to go and they don't have any food and she didn't have anything to take them to school with and blah, 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 blah. How come this isn't enough evidence to go in and show that the kids are not in a stable situation? The most stable situation they have is with me. So, what do we have to do to get an ex parte? Like, what's the criteria? Because right now, I'm extremely confused because I've had ex parte hearings filed against me for keeping the kids an extra day you know, for whatever reason. Oh, I had the kids an extra day and I let her know, and yet she's going back and forth, you know, with lawyers filing ex parte hearings. Or there's an emergency order, you know, to say, oh, the kids are in danger, father's beating on the kids, and we need to have an ex parte hearing. Mind you, that one got shut down because, you know, obviously it was Cap. But still, you know, she was able to get in front of a judge and get her issue heard. My lawyer is not even giving me the opportunity to get in front of a judge to have the issue heard. So I have a problem with that. I don't know if it's my attorney, who I trust, who does a great job for what she does. You know, she's also a judge, so I'm pretty sure she knows everything that's going on and how a judge would rule on scenarios like this. So I trust her judgment and her opinion, you know, and I always ask her for her thoughts on you know, certain topics that we're dealing with, or that I'm dealing with. But I don't get it. What do we have to do? What do we have to do to get in front of a judge to let them know about everything that's going on right now? That's the question. What do we have to do? Right? Because I don't know. I've tried almost everything, and my lawyer is basically saying, hey, we might as well just wait. And then I've also asked my attorney for a strategy, for a game plan. Okay, if we're going to wait and we're going to present this in front of a judge, what does that look like? You know, so that's what I'm on right now. So you guys let me know your thoughts. You know, jump in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel, because I'm feeling a certain type of way. I'm not even going to hold you. I'm feeling a certain type of way because I feel like if the tables were turned, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would have gotten fried by now. So let me know what you guys think.